hope you just joined us for one of our awesome workouts online. If you haven't, make sure you go to the fitness website, and on the left column, the Willow Oaks fitness website, on the left column are a variety of videos for you to do at home. We miss you. We thought we would just do an open discussion with myself, Sarah, Rob, and Charlene. So anyways, guys, wow, this is a crazy time right now. We're all kind of going through our own personal experience with it. So we just thought we'd lighten up the mood and maybe answer, I had a few questions that we all came up with and thought we'd share with you. All right, we'll start with you, Charlene, okay? And then we'll circle around. All right.
No problem.
Question is, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
Okay. Superpower would be to mind read, and I say that based on working with people with mental challenges and ADHD and things of that nature. You kind of never know what they actually want. So if I could mind read, I would know and be able to help them more as a whole. So that's kind of what I would do.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Rob.
I would say maybe just the ability to just live forever.
Live forever, okay.
Because I kind of want to know where things go in life. You know, it's like, what's the end? And I want to be there when it happens.
Interesting. Those are all great answers. If I could have a superpower, mine would be a healer, like in terms of either injuries or energy level. I just want, if someone is sick and someone is not feeling well, whether it be mental health or physical health, I just want to be able to have that ability and that power to just be able to bring happiness and joy and healing strength, physical or mental, is what I would think. So, all right, next question.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. So we all had good answers. Our personalities will come out on these, I think. All right, now, what is your biggest challenge in staying active? Charlene.
All righty, I have my shirt on. All of you that know me know I love spinning. So being that I am not able to spin, I actually went out and brought a road bike. So that's what I've been doing in place of spinning. So that's been my biggest challenge, not being able to be here with you guys to do our spinning classes. So that's how I've conquered it, pretty much.
Since you're on a road bike,
Mm-hmm.
are you scared of all the traffic?
Actually, I just go to Pocahontas and places like that, and the tracks and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and no, I do not go out in the traffic. I know how I drive, so no.
Right.
And there's that, real and raw. All right, Rob, what's your biggest challenge?
Probably a lot like y'all, the whole not having a space to work out in. And I like to participate in mostly classes, so the self-motivation to do the exercises. There's a whole bunch of exercises in this brain of mine. I just have trouble wanting to do them. Naturally lazy, I'd like to say. So that's my biggest thing, is to motivate myself to do it and be consistent with it.
Yes.
That's a trainer.
Yeah, that's true. Mine is probably somewhat similar. Running, I can do solo, and I prefer to run by myself, just because I can get lost in my own thoughts and zone out. But recently I've gotten more into the strength training, and I also, like Rob, go to a place where there's class, and I'm internally competitive. So when I have somebody next to me pushing me, that drives me internally to want to do better and try to perform better and be better and stronger for myself. Not comparing myself to them, but just for me, it motivates me to push myself harder when I have somebody that's stronger than me next to me. So that motivates me. How I've overcome some of that is I have a group of 4 to 5 women that we've texted each other, and we daily to help with the strength side, to motivate each other and do check-ins. So I'll take a picture of my watch. We report to each other what we've done that day, and by technology, motivate each other that way. So if you're one of those people, I would maybe suggest doing that and have your group of people that will help you through that. And that's been helpful to me, because then I have somebody that I have to check in with and say, oh, did you work out today? I can't get away with that. I gotta, have something to motivate
That was
me.
your ball.
So, all right, great, guys. All right, what is the hardest thing, other than toilet paper, that you cannot find at the grocery store?
That's me.
That's you.
Oh, boy. Of course, turkey bacon for my peanut butter and bacon sandwich. I've actually, they have a lot of pork bacon, but it's very hard to find turkey bacon, which I thought was kind of odd, but that's been my challenge so far. Yeah. What about you?
The dairy. I like a specific chocolate milk, and when it's in stock, I can only buy 2 at a time because they've limited my
Right.
quantities. So that's probably it. It's probably the hardest one.
Yeah. I think for our family, we like to grill meat and get pre-made salads, and those two have been the hardest things to find. So if we want to grill out, the meat aisle, if you haven't been, it seems to be very scarce, and even the pre-made salad packs also. So those are probably the biggest challenges that I have found at the grocery store. So when I'm there and I see it, I'll pick one up. So, okay. On the topic of nutrition, do you find it easier or more challenging to keep up with good nutrition habits? Charlene.
Well, considering I eat the same thing every day,
You did.
nothing has changed for me. I'm same old same, so I'm good. Rob?
It's probably easier to keep a nutrition habit now because I'm less likely to go out and get something that isn't as healthy for me.
Right.
And then the meal planning is also getting extremely boring because we have nothing else to do, so it's like the same old things I feel like I'm eating, and the variety is just not there for myself. So, but as far as keeping a healthy nutrition, yeah, I find it easier.
I think for our family, definitely a lot of meal prep. When we're at work, we have our routine, but now we have this new normal, as we all call it. And so I feel like we're having to plan for a lot more meals, but we are picking healthier choices. I think as we're picking it as a family, we want to be a good example to the kids. It's just a lot more labor intensive than it has been. I feel like we run the dishwasher a lot more than we do during the weekday, ironically. It seemed like, but we are eating out less, but at the same time, we were at least picking a couple of local restaurants to support. So we do some takeout once in a while, just to support those businesses. Snacking is probably one of the harder things, because if you're at home, our families are busy and on the go. So if you're a snacker, just pick healthier choices. That's what we try to pick: some fruits and vegetables, protein bars, things like that. I think
There's plenty of vegetables at the store.
there is plenty of vegetables at the store. That's the one thing that is not on short. And if you I would still encourage you to eat your vegetables. Just wash them thoroughly, soap in water. Don't neglect the vegetables. Just make sure you just wash them thoroughly. All right, perfect. Okay, last question. How do you see this pandemic impacting the future? Shirley.
Ooh. I'm seeing people being more conscious of cleaning up behind themselves now. I'm hoping that people will come back to the gym and give everybody a hug and high fives like they used to. And that's pretty much it. I'm just hoping that people can go back to our regular norm. Rob?
Well, as a kid, you see a lot of dirt, things like that. Very unhygienic kid, but it helped build up my tolerance to the everyday normal, hopefully just diseases that are out there. And I feel now that we're all super clean, we might have a setback in our health because of that. I think we're going to be more susceptible to certain diseases and things because we're all super clean in a way. We're not building up our tolerance to those normal, everyday, what's stuck on the outside environment. So I'm more of a negative, I guess. So. But that being said, when this is gone, get out there and eat some dirt, and don't be afraid.
Eat some dirt.
Get out there and eat some dirt.
I think for me, I'm a very positive, outgoing person, and from my personal experience, I think that in the future, I'm not alone. I think our American society is like this anyway. We're always on the go. I think everything's scheduled and planned from the time that we wake up to the time that we go to bed, so we miss out a lot in life. And I've realized that in these past weeks or so that we've been, and I hate to use the word forced, but it kind of was forced upon us to just spend time with each other in a family unit without having other extracurricular activities, work, and things like that. So it's really kind of, if you have a healthy relationship, it's really brought our family unit closer together. I think there's less tension in the house because we're not stressed trying to get from A to Z, get the kids ready. So, definitely it's not a perfect, everything is puppy dogs and rainbows, but it has strengthened our family dynamic, and our kids are getting closer together. And we always talk about back in the day, we didn't have an iPad and we didn't have this, and my kids are getting on the iPad, so don't worry that I'm doing that, but we're also spending a lot of just time together. And I think that I'm hoping that will, when things get back to normal, that piece will stay and hopefully help us appreciate that quality time and find time in our lives to get back into that busy zone, that it will teach us to find ways to get back, to keep that routine going and spending time together as a family, because it's important. Life is short, and I think this is the universe's way of saying take time for each other and be surrounded by those that you love and care for. So, all right. Well, thank you for the time. I hope you enjoyed our little chat. We miss you. Please keep up with your workouts. Charlene, Rob, myself, and the other trainers are thinking about you. And if you have any struggles, let us know. You got our emails. We're happy to be helpful and supportive. So stay healthy.